up, everybody? It's your girl, Marisha LaShay, and welcome to another episode of The Breakfast Show, Marisha LaShay. First and foremost, I definitely got to go ahead and shout out to my boy for that theme song, B.I.Lee. That's a B.I.Lee original. Thank you very, very, very much for giving me my own theme song. I know I've been slipping on having this song to come on before I come on, but I just been so used to just getting right onto it that to actually have an actual theme song, it's really something. It's a blessing. Thank you, thank you. Shout out to B.I.Lee. Whew. So, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode with Marisha LaShay. As I stated before, it is so good to be before you all under the sound of my voice, giving honor to God who is the head of my life. I have had the opportunity to complete 4 seasons before I have arrived here at season 5. And I don't take this for granted. I appreciate God for being with me, for being an inspiration to me from the various places that I have been, and talking to the people, different people that I have come across from traveling and just doing different things. I'm internally grateful, and I will always keep expressing my gratitude because it keeps me grounded, but it also keeps me humble. So let's go ahead and just get into the next segment of the actual show when I talk about acknowledgement. I always thank God for things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for another day, another morning. I'm grateful for my family, my friends, my son, man, the new man in my life. I mean, I'm just really, really grateful for a lot and all the different opportunities that have been coming before me, seen and unseen, coming in the future. This is present time right now, right? But I'm already claiming and speaking prosperity and peace over my life for what God is getting ready to do with me. Is a blessing. Before I even receive it, I'm acting as though I'm already having it. I'm in the mindset that it is already mine, that it is already being brought to the forefront. Meanwhile, so I just want to provide a little history of the Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. I originally began back in November of 2020. During the pandemic, my dad and I were working on projects and having morning meetings. One day in the morning meeting, my dad and I created the Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay because we asked each other these thought-provoking questions. And I ran with the idea of being able to reach a bigger audience with some thoughts and creating an actual safe space for others to be able to engage my content, but to also be able to express themselves based on the topics and the questions that were being asked. Then we decided that I will only go live in the months that have 30 days. So that is April, June, September, and of course, November. Okay. So for the next 26 days, I will be in this continuous marathon of using my gift of gab to inspire, to motivate, and to encourage others to reach for the stars based on real world topics and whatever that they would like to do with their lives. This is day 4, and as I stated, I have 26 more days to come before you guys each morning. Going into the next phase of the show, we have the mental check-in, where you're rating your mental feelings based on a scale 1 to 10. 1 being the worst day of your life and 10 being the best day of your life. Can I be below a 1? Of course. Can I be above a 10? Absolutely. However that you may feel, no one can actually tell you how to feel. Only you know where you are with starting this morning and where you want to be. You don't have to stay at that particular number the whole day. You could definitely increase, and sometimes it may not increase, but that's totally up to you. So with that being said, I'm gonna check in. I'm on a good 1,000, a good 1,000. This is day 2 of spring break for me, and I am able to just kind of do what I do. You know, I'm able to be where I want to be with the freedom of my time, what I'm doing, getting up when I'm ready, eating what I want to eat. It's just really, really good just to have freedom of my time for this particular spring break. Yes, I'm still getting things done, and it's just a blessing. So go ahead and drop them numbers, depending on what social media platform. If you're on YouTube, you could definitely drop it in the comment section. If you are on Facebook, definitely feel free to drop it. Definitely feel free. click that link. Thank you guys for the support. I see you guys tuning in to view this show, and I appreciate you guys so much. Always letting y'all know throughout the show just how grateful I am for you all tuning in to watch my content. So, now that we're done with that, let me go ahead and jump right on in for the question for today. Is the question for today? Is the question for today? Is the question for today? Is it true that there are some real women who know how to treat a man? A man. Is it true that there are some real women who know how to treat men? First off, let me say this. I'm not speaking for every woman, just for me, of course. And here's what I mean by this question. So, ladies, listen up, and men too. When I asked this question, it wasn't to offend anyone, but to acknowledge the women out there who value a good man and greatly appreciate them. So recently, I've been seeing someone new, and he's amazing. Can't you tell by the way that I'm smiling as I'm talking? But in my eyes, you see the happiness, right? Meanwhile, he shared some great news with me regarding an opportunity. In that moment, I heard about the news. I instantly came up with an idea to celebrate him and to show how proud of him I was. So I was saying to myself, okay, I'm going to order these edible arrangements and I'm going to have them delivered, with some balloons and some flowers. And I know, some of y'all thinking like, since when did women get men flowers? And I had been going back and forth about the idea like a while ago, but I feel as though if a man buy me flowers, I'm not really the flower type. I have grown over the years to appreciate getting my flowers while I'm alive versus being dead. But the idea, I started asking men around me that I knew, have you ever received flowers before? Has somebody ever bought you flowers before? Because it just seemed real tabooish. Like it just didn't seem like the norm. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things being normalized as far as for, what women do for men. But okay, let me stay on topic because I go all over the place. And actually celebrate them, getting men flowers to celebrate them. Well, for me, I wanted him to feel supported in this new opportunity and to show him a kind gesture that I'm supporting him in his move and to acknowledge that this is a big deal. He also shows me what he values in his idea of his continuous effort of stability for himself. This happened the day before on Monday, and the following day I had him come over because I stated I had a surprise for him. And he comes over and I bring everything out that I got him. And he was so surprised. That wasn't the thing that got me. You know what I'm saying? Not only was his response like from a genuine place, but it just opened up like a whole new world between us because like, wow, this for me? Thank you, baby. Just to look into his eyes and see how special I made him feel. And the response was priceless. But seeing him smile like that lit up my world because seeing him smile made my heart smile. And knowing that this moment was about him and celebrating him. Furthermore, no one had ever done anything like this before for him, as we later discussed throughout the day, because that was just like, wow. I mean, you could be with somebody for years and they not celebrate you versus, you meeting somebody new and they already knowing who you are, or they have a different outlook or take on life, on how they celebrate you or how they value you or how they appreciate you just from the small increment of time that you guys have spent, the quality time, the actions, like what you see is what you get with me, right? I don't want to have to fake kick it with you. I don't want to have to not be able to be myself or to show who I am or be afraid to operate in feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like there are still women that still just want to be women. And what I mean by that is it's not taking no shots at nobody, but just still wanting to cater to me and wanting to, let me know, hey, I got your back. I'm a good lady. I'm not on that. I ain't tricking off. I don't want you for your money. I'm here with true intentions. I'm opening myself up to try something new and enter something new wholeheartedly, without any doubts, without any guards up. You don't let your guard down, but at least just being able to come in with an open mind, straight and narrow. So, I shared that story to lead me into my key takeaways that I want to leave with you all. One, there is nothing wrong with starting over and meeting someone new. Okay. It's definitely not a problem, with you being able to just experience getting to know somebody. Yes, you have to start over, but don't you start over every year as far as with achieving new goals? Every new goal that you put your mind to, you're coming with certain intention. This is about your growth. The people that you come in contact with, you come in with a different intention. Just excuse me, you come in with a different intention and it's pure. And when you guys hit it off and you guys start talking and you noticing different things, you're open, you're wise. If there are red flags there, then you see the red flags. But then, if you want to see them. So give yourself a try, give them an opportunity, which leads me to my next point. Don't self sabotage. Do not get the overthinking and creating scenarios that are not even there, pushing your past stuff on them, that overthinking and mess up a good thing based on past experiences. This man is not the same man. Man A is not the same as man B. Yes, they are both men, but they have different walks of life. They were brought up differently. I can't judge this man based on what I have seen or what another man has done to me to hurt me, to break me down, to tear me up, to not appreciate me. This is not him. This is not him. And if you are not willing to let those things go, then don't enter nothing new. If you are not done self-sabotaging yourself and loving yourself the way that you should be loved, then don't date. Do not try to pursue anything new because you're not ready. Because you're not done with yourself. You're not done releasing the baggage. You're not done and willing to be able to come together with somebody else. Hey, this is what I'm bringing to the table. Hey, this is what he's bringing to the table. Are you really ready to do that? Are you really how am I going to work on myself, Marisha, in such a short time? Take your time. What does that look like, Marisha? I meditate. I pray. I address my issues with myself. And I'm still a work in progress. I didn't just sit up here and wake up and be like, oh, I'm healed. I'm done. This and this and this and this and this and this and this. No, because you're human. But what you can do is make choices and stick to them. You can make goals and stick to them. You can begin to wean yourself off of different things based on your past experiences. Don't count yourself out because you deserve to be loved. You deserve to be happy, despite what your circumstances are. You can overcome them if you choose to overcome them. In life, it's about making choices. I want to be loved correctly. Despite what I was shown, despite how I've acted in the past, we all deserve to be loved correctly. We all deserve to be able to reciprocate whatever that we have. We can do that. We can do that. It's your right. Life in the pursuit of happiness. And as I'm moving on to my third point, follow your heart along with your discernment from God. If you guys notice, I attribute everything that I have from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet of God cover me every day. God is my source for everything. Even when I feel like I'm alone, I know that God is with me. Even when I feel like giving up, I know that God is with me. Even when I'm at my lowest point, God sends people to be able to uplift me, but I know that it's because of him that I have made it this far. I know that it's because of him that he sends me where I need to go. He sends the people that I need. He sends me through these different experiences for a reason. Your heart, along with discernment for God. So with that being said, let me go ahead and run it back with these key takeaways. There's nothing wrong with starting over and meeting new people. Don't self-sabotage, overthinking, and mess up a good thing based on past experiences. Follow your heart along with the discernment of God, and you should be A-okay. You should definitely be A-okay because you deserve happiness. And with that being said, you guys, that is the close of my show for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. But before I get up out of here, let me go ahead and tap in on my current stats. Last year, I had 2 goals for my 2-year anniversary of the Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. And one of those goals was to expand my listening base. I had a goal of 1,000 listeners, and I'm currently at 449 listeners. I started off on about 3 or 4 platforms. Now I'm on 10 platforms. And last but not least, I started off with 7 countries and I wanted to get more countries under my belt. And I'm currently at 12, looking to take down the next 183 countries. May God be with me and may God be with you. You have a blessed and magnificent Tuesday. Be sure to like, comment, share. Hope this video did something for you as it did for me. And this is going to be on the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and any other platform, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, any of those, follow it. Please be sure to check me out. Hit one of those links. Thank you guys so much. Peace.